Justin Baldoni and team have evidence that Blake Lively and the New York Times were colluding together, preparing their own smear campaign against Justin Baldoni. Well, at least according to the amended lawsuit. Now, if you don't know, let's break it down for you. We've got a brand new amended complaint, 254 pages, right? Yes. And you can have access to this too by going to the new website. Oh my goodness. So Justin Baldoni also launched this website that has both the amended complaint and a timeline of relevant events. This timeline takes us through to the very early emails between Justin and Colleen about the book, right on through to a very in-depth explanation as to what's going on with the metadata. And this is something that I want to discuss. One, because I'm a web designer. I teach web design at the college level. And so I was like, I can explain this to you guys, at least explain it in a way that makes more sense. So let's get into it. So starting off with the article, this article was published on December 21st. We can bury anyone inside of a Hollywood smear machine. And on the 31st, you got Baldoni's team filing a lawsuit in response, basically saying it was defamation. They gave Baldoni's team less than a day. They gave them about, they say, 14 hours after to respond. And the article went to print early, 2 hours earlier than it was supposed to. So they were very much itching to get this information out there. So what is it about this metadata? Metadata is a lot of different things. Basically, it's all this additional information that comes with a file. We have metadata attached to everything that we send: images, videos, documents. In this case, they are looking at the dates that are attached to the assets that are connected to the article. Assets would be the article itself. It would be the images, the videos, everything that shows up on a web page. And most websites, especially news organizations, will use content management systems. That makes making web pages, new web pages, very, very easy. You don't have to write any code. It is automatically generated for you. And most websites, like WordPress, if you're familiar with WordPress, will be based on a category or taxonomy system. It means that there's categories, and categories are nice and easy. Computers like categories. They're like zeros, they're like ones. It makes everything easy for them to index. And for the purpose of SEO, we use dates, we use titles. So these are like things that I can always expect to be on a web page. If you look here, you can see in this URL, which is like the address to get to this image, that image was finalized and uploaded on December 16th. They also put Lively in the file name. So it's likely that one of two things happened: that their policy for categorical purposes, right, could be we put the date in the name. We put the date, we put the person, we put the subject, we put where it's going to go. You see topper, and that goes into the news graphics folder. And then inside the news graphics folder is the underscore images folder, right? And then there's the topper folder. So if the article was published on the 21st and the main image was finalized on the 16th, that lets us know parts of the article is at least ready by the 16th, which means that you were working on it prior to this. This image right here was uploaded to the server on December 18th. Article published on the 21st. Then you see a video that was finalized on the 12th of December. How can they know that? So they're saying that this video that's right here was finalized on the 12th of December because they're looking at the upload date. There it is right there. 12/12 of 24. And the schema, which is something that may have been automatically generated, has the date right there. And it looks like perhaps they may have embedded it on the 17th. Or uploaded the thumbnail on the 17th. So maybe they just uploaded the video, right? And then someone came in when it was their turn to go ahead and grab the assets, wrote the code, and or just pressed a button, uploaded the thumbnail for the video. You can see here with this particular video, it was uploaded on the December 12th. Now this part is kind of interesting because they talk about this message embed generator. So they believe that this message embed generator was something that they may have built around October so that when they could upload text messages, they have a nice, very user-friendly plugin to do so. And they're saying that the date for that was the date for that was October 31st. They said they found 41 instances of this October 31st timestamp for this particular module, which means that it's likely that if, say, I put this module on Article 1, Article 2, Article 3, Article 4, each instance of this message embedder has the date October 31st because it was created at that time. So they're all going and grabbing it, right? Either they're grabbing it or it's something that's showing up on the server. I'm only saying this because I don't know how automated things are. It may be as simple as like they have every utility built out and you're just kind of picking and choosing things, like you're just selecting stuff in the interface, or there could be that someone's actually going and coding the page. I doubt very highly that someone is doing that. It says they're using BirdKit. It's a content management system. See, I just read that. Okay, good. You can see here in the code that the date is right there. I also see the date right there. So let's go over the counterclaims quickly. New York Times could have been using a new tool for embedding text messages as a part of routine system upgrades. This could have happened before they published Lively's complaint. And it's not unusual for publications to spend months working on investigative pieces. You kind of need that time. 4,000 words is a lot. So this particular story may not warrant the same legal protections. However, I have my degree in journalism. When it comes to journalistic integrity, the way that we were taught, you give someone more than 24 hours to respond to something you've been working on for at least 3 weeks. Taking someone's word and not at least inquiring about the other side or giving them enough opportunity to respond looks shady. It does. Even though publications have their favorites, even though, people have their favorites, if this is about telling a story, a real story, you have to offer both sides and or anticipate that someone's going to have a problem with it and that you might be sued. Let's be for real. You might be sued because you didn't give them the opportunity to at least offer the same effort in response that would match that of, Blake Lively's complaint. She had multiple weeks to pull this together. And giving someone less than 24 hours is just not fair. So, yeah, this discovery has definitely caused him to amend his existing $400 million lawsuit against Lively Reynolds and their publicist, as well as his separate $250 million suit against the New York Times. So the legal battle will continue, and they will be in court in a couple of days to present both sides of their arguments and evidence. I don't think that this is going away. I think this is his last ditch effort of putting everything out there just in case there is a gag order. And for that, I say thank you, because we have all the things we need with these 300 and something pages. Trust me, if they put a gag order on both parties, there'll be court reporters, there'll be people funneling information out, and then we'll be like, okay, on page 165, oh, okay, and so this is that and this and that. They did this in the court of public opinion. They did this. You wanted everyone to know. You wanted everyone to know the bad stuff. You basically wanted to kill this person's career. You just have to expect that people are going to fight, especially if they think they are right. I don't know who's right in this situation. Based off the things I'm looking at, this doesn't look right. And one thing I do understand, like when people are fighting, things get dirty on both sides. They do. So you could be in the right and do things that are wrong to try to win, or to shut things down. Like the waters are murky. I can't see the bottom of it. I cannot see the bottom of the water at this point on both sides. So with that being said, I hope that this made some sense to you. We will be going over some other parts of the complaints. There's so much to go through, but I'm so interested. I'm so invested. Let me know your thoughts.